Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Why I take some time to research recipes for, crow after yesterday. Uh, let's decide to kick a horse while he's down, or kick a man while he's down, beat a dead horse, milk a dry cow. I don't know if you thought that was funny. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, why don't you? But anyway, Ubisoft it's one thing after another with Ubisoft ever since the Tencent acquisition, merger, subsidiary, 25%. But unfortunately, looks like they got one of their studios is closing down. Layoffs accelerate and Tencent restructuring looms. Is that really such a bad thing? A lot of people called it online after the purchase, after the, questionable launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows, because, 3 million players, right? That's a success, even though they're not coming out at all to say how many sales they have. I guess they're banking on the microtransactions or macrotransactions or the extra little money, maybe an XP boost here and there after they throttle your experience gain or whatever. But hey, what do I know? I have no intention of playing the game because, Ubisoft, monetization, scummy, predatory, whatever. Ubisoft Leamington officially closes as layoffs accelerate and Tencent restructuring looms. I already said that. One thing after another. Stock prices down again after another. Oh, that's only one day. How's Ubisoft been doing? Let's see. Over the past year. Oh, dear. 5 years? It's just down. I'm not going to sing that song. That's too much PTSD. If you know where that song is from, you have my sympathies. But the most recent information after the merger, subsidiary, after the one studio studio closing. Well, some more information coming out of Insider Gaming. Investors demand Ubisoft to renegotiate Tencent's subsidiary deal and initiate legal proceedings. You want to talk about can't catch a break. It's one bad thing after another, depending on your point of view. But you would figure investors would be happy about another billion-dollar company coming in and getting their greedy little mitts on some of the more popular IPs, maybe even shoving more money at it, making the game better. Most of the time when you see some sort of merger like this, you see stock prices go up, but, obviously, let's go to 5 days. No, it had a couple little bumps here and there, but no, for the most part, down we go, flushing down the toilet, which is where Ubisoft deserves to be. Insider Gaming, minority shareholder and growing coalition of shareholders have issued an open letter to Ubisoft to initiate legal proceedings around the recently announced Ubisoft and Tencent subsidiary deal. Now, before I continue, I know there's one thing that the abysmal or suspected abysmal sales of Assassin's Creed Shadows led to this decision for Tencent to get involved. And I hate to break this to you, deals like this don't happen overnight. Takes more than a month, probably took more than a year to decide on this. Ubisoft was going down the drain, spiraling out of control long before, probably long before Star Wars Outlaws came out and bombed, tragically, or predictably, depending on your point of view. So, more than likely, I'd like to speculate 6 months to a year, this has been in talks with the Guillemot family and Tencent because, apparently Tencent wants to get their little percentages all across the video game industry. What that's going to mean for the future, we don't know. But let's continue with the article. What I was trying to say is if you think, I did already say it, I don't want to reiterate. Repeat myself? Cut that out? Nah, let's keep going. Where's the fun? In an open letter to Ubisoft, which was sent to Insider Gaming. Oh, so Insider Gaming, you got some insider sources there? Did you vet them? Did you make sure to check their credentials, check their email, send an email to their corporate Ubisoft? I'm sorry, I make jokes, people. Okay, these are jokes. Chuckle, chuckle. The letter demands that Ubisoft hold an extraordinary I almost said extraordinary gentleman. Oh boy. Extraordinary General Meeting, ECM, to give shareholders the right to vote on the recent subsidiary deal. They didn't get to vote? I guess since the Guillemot family has the majority shareholder of the company, they make the final decisions. But I'm so confused. shareholders don't have a say in anything? What happened to fiduciary responsibility? For those not in the know, an EGM is a special kind of meeting that's held outside of the general annual general meeting. That's general major, general captain, general annual general meeting. Holy. To discuss significant issues that cannot wait. So, an emergency meeting. Why you use extraordinary? The letter, which was sent by the minority shareholder AJ Investments, demands that shareholders can vote on 2 separate resolutions when it comes to the Tencent deal. Resolution 1 is to renegotiate the Tencent deal and have it restructured into a direct asset sale for no less than 4 billion, whatever that symbol is, euros, I believe, which is roughly the valuation already accepted by both Tencent and Ubisoft board. So why do they want to renegotiate it? Or is it direct asset sale? So instead of I'm confused. Let's see if it says anymore. AJ Investment says that at the moment, quote, shareholder. Why are we repeating words here that don't make sense? Insider Gaming, what are y'all doing? Editing. I have room to talk, huh? Shareholders have no clarity how the deal that was announced last week will eventually benefit shareholders of Ubisoft. You think that would be the first thing you send out? Some sort of letter of confidence? Is that a good term for it? Some sort of letter of confidence to let the shareholders know. We know what we're doing, really honest. I know we've had a couple of flops here and there as far as the video game industry goes. But hey, this deal with Tencent, don't worry. It is sure to make us all kinds of money. Even though, did I mention that their stock prices have been plummeting day on day? So you would think that's the first thing they would want to do. To have your shareholders have no idea what's going on with this deal, how it's going to affect the future, how it's going to affect the current state of the company seems, I don't know, seems rather odd to me, but I am a layman idiot. So resolution 2 for the EGM would be to vote on a distribution of an extraordinary dividend. So let's pay out some money and we'll be quiet. It said that following the sale, if shareholders vote for it, quote, Ubisoft shall return 23 per share in cash, money, to shareholders, totaling 3 billion while preserving. So the shareholders want some money to feel better about this endeavor? Am I reading that right? So the following the sale, Ubisoft shall return 23 euros per share. They want a buyout. They want to be bought out. Is that, can you, I guess you can do that. What am I saying? AJ Investments says that the reason for such extreme measures is because, quote, shareholders are not sure whether they will get a significant benefit from the transaction. Again, you would think they would have meetings and reassurances for the shareholders before you follow through with all of this stuff. Why? I am not a multi-billion-dollar company, in case you hadn't figured that out. But when you get to a certain point where your net value, or I guess your market value, is in the billions of dollars, if not tens and hundreds of billions of dollars, you think you would be smarter than that. Again, I don't know anything about this. I'm simply coming at this from a logical standpoint. Why wouldn't you have these discussions to reassure investors that this is all a net positive, so that in order to avoid any sort of class action like this, like what this article is suggesting? Shareholders are not sure whether there was significant benefit from the transaction. Ubisoft's share price fell more than 20% on unusually high volume, and it's been falling every single quarter, it seems. This signals a clear verdict from investors. The proposal deal is deeply flawed, structured to bypass mandatory public offer rules. I do not know enough about investing to understand this terminology. Y'all, feel free to educate my layman ass in the comment section for sure. Designed to entrench control, skipped ahead. Signals a clear verdict to investors. The proposed deal is deeply flawed, structured to bypass mandatory public offer rules, and designed to entrench control by the Guillemot family, who now holds less than 10 per... Whoa. So, are they no longer majority shareholder? Who now hold less than 10% of the company economic interests. Following the deal, the announcement, and at the time of writing, Ubisoft stock has fallen 24% since the subsidiary deal announcement, which is apparently is uncharacteristic for stuff like this. We usually, when you announce a merger, a deal like that, it reassures it reassures investors and it reassures the what's the word? The predictors, the speculators, and drives the price up. Drives it by percentages, and it usually stays there for a little while till people sell their stock and make their money, and then buy it at lower. Anyway, that's a whole different story. So stock falling 24% since it was announced, what, a week ago? Which will see 3 Ubisoft's most valuable IPs move to a new subsidiary, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to keep going with that because you already know. Most people already know. Hell, if you're hanging out at this video, you probably already know about that little, what IPs were taken over in this little subsidiary merger, purchase, buyout, whatever, with Tencent. I believe it is the Splinter Cell franchise, Assassin's Creed franchise, and then that one other one that I can't seem to remember. It probably doesn't really even matter. But what do you think of this? Is Ubisoft, is this going to be a win? Is this going to be a loss? Well, I mean, I guess it is a loss since they're trying to initiate legal proceedings and demanding a renegotiation. So we'll see where this goes. Can't catch a break. Beat a dead horse, kick a man while he's down, kick a company while he's down. Let's go ahead and kick the billion-dollar company while they're down. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty little things that YouTube is begging you to do, and I hope to see you on the next one as I fumble all over my words. Bye-bye.